At the family dinner, my mother smiled and said, "You can take the guest room." Guest room in the house I secretly paid for. They treated me like I didn't belong, like I was the least successful child. What they didn't know? Without me, they would have lost everything. And that night, I decided it was time to tell the truth. Stay with me, because this isn't just revenge. It's about knowing your worth. I grew up in a middle-class family in Texas. My older brother, Daniel, was the golden child, football star, loud, confident. I was the quiet one, the average daughter. At least, that's what they thought. When I moved to New York after college, my parents told everyone, "She's still trying to figure life out." What they didn't know? I wasn't figuring life out. I was building something. At 24, I started working in tech. Long hours, no weekends. I lived in a tiny apartment and saved every dollar. By 27, I launched my own digital consulting agency. It wasn't easy. I failed twice, lost money, lost sleep, lost friends, but I didn't quit. By 30, I was making more money in a month than my father made in a year, and I told no one. Not because I was ashamed, but because I was tired of proving myself. 3 years ago, my father's construction business collapsed. Bad investments, debt, lawsuits. They were about to lose the house, the same house I grew up in. I got a call from my mom. "We might have to sell." She didn't ask for help. She asked if I could talk to Daniel about helping. Daniel was broke, but I wasn't. Quietly, through a lawyer, I paid off their debt. I covered the mortgage. I saved the house. Under one condition: my name would stay hidden. Fast forward to last year, family dinner, Thanksgiving. Daniel was bragging about a business idea. My dad nodded proudly. Then my mom looked at me and said, "You can stay in the guest room. Daniel uses your old bedroom now." Everyone laughed lightly. Something inside me shifted. Guest room in the house I owned. After dessert, I stood up, calm, controlled. "I actually have something to share," I said. They looked confused. I placed a folder on the table. Inside were legal documents, bank transfers, property records. My father's face turned pale. "I've been paying the mortgage for 3 years," I said quietly. "The house is in a trust under my name." Silence. Daniel stopped smiling. My mother whispered, "Why didn't you tell us?" I looked at her and said, "Because you never really saw me." Here's the truth. I didn't do it to embarrass them. I did it to free myself. For years, I chased their approval. That night, I realized I didn't need it. I told them something else. I'm not taking the guest room anymore. I'm taking control of my life. I didn't throw them out. I didn't insult them. I simply said, Respect isn't given because someone is loud. It's earned. And for the first time, they looked at me differently. Sometimes the strongest revenge is quiet success. Not shouting, not fighting, just building yourself so strong that no one can ignore you. You don't need applause. You need confidence. They gave me the guest room. I owned the house. But the real victory? I finally owned my worth. If this story inspired you, like this video, comment "Know Your Worth," and subscribe for more powerful revenge and life stories. And remember, never beg to be seen. Become impossible to ignore.